Hi, welcome to another beautiful stage of Microsoft Word. Today we want to see how we can be able to design a resume or a CV. So before we start, I really want to appreciate everyone who has subscribed to my YouTube channel. I so much appreciate. You can also do well to drop some comments and tell us how you feel about the video. You can also take your time to give me a like and also to subscribe. So let's continue. Alright, so in creating a CV or resume, first you need to decide what colors you are going to be using. So I'm going to be using a color that I have picked already, so you're going to see that. So now, first what I need to do now is to get my background ready. How do I do that? I go to my insert to get in a shape. I have to be using a shape. So I'm just going to draw somewhere here. I'm just going to give it the color I choose for it. Now this is it. Then I'm removing the outline because I don't need the outline here. So I need to add some other designs here. I'm going to rotate it because I want to put it right here at this corner. So I'll just come to the format which I am already. Then I'll go to rotate, and then I can. So I just set it there and give it the color. Good. So now this is it. I just got my background ready. So now I need to insert my image. Right, let's see how we can insert our images here. I'm just going to click here and drag my image right inside here. Now to insert it here, I just need to come to the layout options, click on it and use the true. Then I reduce the size. I'm going to be adding the name down here. So how do I do that? I'm going to be using the text box. Go to my shapes. I have the text box here. So I'm just going to throw the text box. Okay, so I've inserted the name inside here. Then I need to increase it, centralize it, and make it bold. This shape now is having an inner color. I'm also going to remove it by coming to the format, shape fill, no fill, and also the outline, no outline. So now this is it here. So we are now going to be seeing how we can insert some other things. So under it, I'm going to be having something else under it. Let me also get text box. We're inserting something else under here. So here we go. So like I said earlier, you need to remove the fill and the outline for the shape. So I'll come to the format, go to shape fill and no color. Then I go to the shape outline also and no outline. So now I'm going to change the color of this text. Go to the home, go to my text, and I'll change it to white. Here we have this. So we are going to see how we can insert our skills and also that of the contacts. So now we are going to be having, I'm going to duplicate this now, copy here, and then I'm going to be changing this now to skills. So let me make it bold. Good, and I need to change the color. This was the color I used. Alright, so I need to add some of the skills right here. This right here, I'm going to remove it from being bold, reduce the little and make it white so it does not look exactly the same as the skills. Some of the skills. So these are some of the skills. So now the spacing between each of them, I'm just going to reduce it. So we've talked about how we can actually reduce the spacing here. All you just have to do is come right here, click on this, and then you can, okay, I'm going to add some bullets to it. I'm going to be using the round bullets. So now since we have this here, the contacts, I'll be using this now, duplicating it right here, and I have the contacts. That's not showing, just increase it here. contacts. Now I'm also going to take this now, duplicate it down there. Actually use the icons for most of this, but I'm just going to show you the easier way. If you don't actually have or have a means of getting an icon, you can just simply just type it in there, like email. Right, so we have the contacts, the skills here now, and we are good to go. Have this here now. We are now going to be adding some other things like the profile, the work experience, the education, and the rest of that. So let's see how we can add some of them, all of that right here. Let's go. Okay, so now I'm going to be starting with the profile. I'm going to duplicate this. How do you duplicate? You just right click, hold it, and drag it. Having something under it, which means I'm going to be duplicating this now, which I'll be having some text inside it. Remove this from being bold and reduce the size to 11. Now here, since it's my profile, I can add some text in there, so I'm just going to add a random text there. So I've added my random text. Now what do I need to add next now is the work experience. To duplicate this, I'm using the duplicate. So if I'm dragging this now, I want it to align with this profile right here. What I just need to do is to hold my shift and then I drag it down. The work experience. Here I'm going to be adding some work experience, but before that I need to add something else right up here. I want to be adding a line there, so I'm going to my insert, go to the shapes, and there I can get my lines. Now I want to be starting a line here. If you want the line straight, you hold your shift and drag it. You need a text box there, so I'm going to duplicate this one now. Remember, you hold your shift to make it align properly. Then I give it some spacing here. This line right here, let me see how I can duplicate it. Some of those there. So I'm going to be adding like 20, 14 to say I had these different jobs, so I'm just going to be duplicating this here and here. But now is where I'm going to be having my education written there. So I'm also going to be duplicating this now. I'll be changing this text to education. So now let's say we are now having education on two different or more, then we are just going to highlight this now and copy it. I'm just going to copy this here, but you can also add yours after pasting it. Then you can add this there. So alright, so now here we go. So now I'm going to be adding these lines there too. Right click, drag, hold my shift, and I insert it right here. Now this is one way how we can now design our resume or our CV using Microsoft. So you guys can also use something like this in this process in designing your resume or your CV. Alright, so this is where we're going to be stopping for today. So see you guys in our next class, and stay safe, and also do not forget to hit the subscribe button.